How an aspiring streamer ruined her life over a skill issue. Peach versus Nessie does. I heard like inklings about this a while ago, and I never dived deep into it. I mean, how crazy could it really be, though? Really? The thumbnail is kind of giving the game away a little bit here. Like, I filed a police report against my harasser, and then the context is he killed you in a video game. Like, sure, there's got to be more to it than that, though. Surely.
What would you do?
Oh, it's League. Okay, if they're playing League.
If you lost in a video game.
Not a great start.
Would you scream, violently slam your desk, maybe even annihilate your controller?
How do you do this to a controller? Where did the joystick go? Jesus. I like how they lost the joystick entirely. Is that the thumb pad there? But they kept the little button. That's a cute little button logo, though. How do you do this? There's no way humans have the potential to just like snap it in half like that, right? We're not that strong, are we? I mean, I've never tried. I don't think I could snap this in half. No, this is sturdy. There's no way I could snap an Xbox controller in half.
Out of rage? Well, no matter what you end up doing, all of these things are incredibly reasonable compared to what one streamer decided to do. You see, she got so triggered over dying in a video game live on stream that she went out of her way to contact a friend of hers who just so happens to work at the game studio itself in order to wrongfully ban the streamer who killed her for an entire month.
A month? You can do the worst things in the world on Twitch and get like banned for like 24 hours. You can say the worst slurs and they're like, we'll give you like a week off. Getting banned for a month is crazy. I mean, it's not Twitch. It's a different company entirely.
Any roof. All while making it a point to tarnish.
Be careful of Nessie does. He's harassed me before our games, and then again tonight in-game.
His reputation.
Well, how do they end up in the same game over and over again, though? Like, I mean, Arc Raiders has got a big player base, isn't it? I feel like you shouldn't be ending up in the same game as multiple people, unless you're doing, like, an event, I suppose? Like a streamer event or something like that?
To their mutual friends. But wait, it gets even worse, because in parallel to all this, she would proceed to dox his personal information, like full name and address, so that she could eventually send the police after him. Guys, I wish.
No, there's gotta be more to it than they killed me in a game. Surely. There's no way.
I was exaggerating here, but this all actually happened because a streamer simply died in a video game. And the best part is that much of this happened live on stream, where you can see the streamer in question
to select the reason for report player scamming.
Lose her mind in real time while tilting harder than the Titanic. You simply don't see this every day, especially not when the game studio itself is somehow involved too. That's why I figured we had to talk.
This is the real my uncle works at Nintendo moment. Except they actually did. My friend works at Arc Raiders. They're going to ban you forever. And then you get a month off.
About it. So without further ado, let's do this. All right, so to truly understand the severity of the situation, we have to talk about extraction shooters, a game genre that was pioneered by the game Escape from.
I've always wondered what's the difference between an extraction shooter and like a battle royale like Fortnite. Or is Fortnite one of, no, Fortnite's not an extraction shooter. I never understood the difference, because I know that Escape from Tarkov and like Arc Raiders and games like that are all very big, but I never understood them.
Tarkov. The objective was simple. You got dropped on a map with other players and your goals were to all loot as much gear as you possibly can. The main challenge though was that in order to successfully loot things, you had to extract. And if you died, you lost everything.
Okay, but like, so do you start the match with things that you've gotten in previous matches then? Is that how it works?
And the gear you brought in with you.
Even the gear you brought in with you, so you can get some sick gun, extract with it, and then you drop in the next map with your cool new shiny gun and you get sniped immediately and then you lose it. I mean, it feels like you would lose everything so easily. Like a crazy snipe across the map and you've lost all your cool stuff. I feel like it'd be hard to get invested in a game like that because, I mean, it's kind of like a roguelike in a way, isn't it?
Players had the same goal, and you had proximity voice chat. This meant that this game was perfect to extract the worst traits imaginable in a human being, which are greed and lies.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a bit like a roguelike.
And in that sense, it wasn't too different from survival games such as DayZ. The appeal was simple.
Oh, you need to reach a checkpoint. Okay, so what's like the incentive to actually try and fight people then? Is there really no incentive? Apart from like, obviously, if you kill someone, you can take what they've got. But I mean, that's a gamble because they might not have anything good. and then they might get you.
When you had a lot of valuable loot and you came across other players, how would you deal with it? Would you lie to them and then shoot them in the back of the head, or would you fight them and risk losing everything?
I guess you don't have to fight people. Yeah, with proximity chat on, you can be like, listen, boys, we all want the same thing here, guys. We just want to go home. We just want to go home back to our main menu screen with our cool new body armor. We just want to get out. And as soon as they turn around, you hit them with the, sorry, it was rigged from the start. Bang! Boom. You take their stuff. I get it now. I get why you'd want to play this. You lie in deceit.
Regardless of what you chose, it would make you react and act in ways that you never thought were possible. Because at the end of the day, that's why people played these games, to feel a rush of adrenaline that you only feel when your life is in danger. So it came as no surprise that the pioneer of this genre, Escape from Tarkov, would make a lot of money. The game would start in closed beta in 2017 and then would finally release in 2025.
What? That is such a long time between release and beta. Holy. That's not alpha. That's not pre-alpha. That's beta. And they didn't release until 2025? What? That's not a game release. Like, your game's been out. It's been out for years.
Within a month on
it feels like the full release is just like a little bit of an update, maybe?
Steam, it sold 1 million copies, and that's knowing that many people had already bought it in closed beta. This also meant that it single-handedly dominated the entire genre. There were no real competitors here. This is why when Arc Raiders was announced, people got very excited over the idea of a fresh game in the genre. What really helped this game as well were the content creators and insiders that played the game early and had nothing but good things to say about it. And while yes, it was incredibly hyped for a long time, and some people expected disappointment because of that, they ended up getting the absolute opposite.
Yeah, I remember people were super into Arc Raiders when that came out. Like all of the Warzone streamers, all like the Battle Royale streamers, they all hopped on Arc Raiders.
The game came out on the 30th of October, 2025. It was met with incredible success that no one could have ever expected. It managed to take Escape from Tarkov's formula and make it even more interesting. Other players were still a threat, but the concern of them killing you was way lower than the concern of getting killed by the very dangerous and smart enemies that are around the world.
Okay, so it's more like a PvE kind of situation. Like, you can PvP, but it's mostly PvE.
This would force you to drop whatever hostilities you might have against another player and work together.
They have to... Oh my god, it's the enemies to lovers scenario. It's the enemy of my enemy is my friend. We have to, it's like Goku and Frieza coming together in the tournament of power to take down Jiren. It's exactly what this game is.
Because they're just that dangerous. And speaking of other players, the most arguable change that this game made to the genre was an aggression-based MMR, an aggression-based ranking system. If you like to kill a lot of other players,
we'll call it your prick points. How often do you shoot someone in the back of the head? If you got more prick points, you're going to be put in games with people with prick points.
You were usually matched with other players with the same mentality, but if you never killed a player and weren't aggressive, you were matched with non-aggressive players who wanted to work together. At the time of release, this wasn't really known to everyone. There were theories about it, but it definitely helped keep a huge chunk of their players from leaving. This is part of the reason as to why it was able to...
Damn! Wow, that is impressive. I wonder how it's still doing in this day and age. Is it still as popular as it was? I feel like there's no way it's that popular now, is it? Let me pull up the Steam charts and have a look and see what it's like now. Okay, so right now it's I'm so sorry. That's not the Steam charts. That's gamersubs.gg where you can use code Patterrz to save on your gamersubs purchases. I'm so sorry. That's so awkward. What a fumble by me. Anyway, this is the oh no wait. Wow, it's still doing like it's like I mean, it's a little bit less than it was before. But if you consider the time of day that it is right now as I'm recording this is like it's in the morning America time, so like people haven't really hopped on yet, and also it's a Monday. But 24-hour peak is 120k. That's pretty good. That's solid player base. I also heard that apparently Overwatch is doing insane numbers now. Like, you can't really tell because I mean, you can look it up on Steam charts, but it doesn't show like the blizz.net stuff either. But I hear Overwatch is doing crazy good. This is just on Steam, and most people don't play on Steam. Overwatch is kind of back.
In such a large player base for over 6 months after release, it was able to attract people who would have never considered playing extraction shooters. Like, for example, the streamer Nessie Does. He's someone who mostly streamed and made content around the game Sea of Thieves, in which he trolled or messed around with people in the game that, in his opinion, deserve it, like hackers, for example. He would start playing Arc Raiders with the same goal, to make content, to make videos out of it, in which he tricks or trolls other people, which happens in pretty much every multiplayer game in which you interact with other players. However, at some point during early March, and while playing Arc Raiders with a friend, he'd have the very unfortunate event of coming across the streamer PeachXO. And now I'm sure that some of you watching might be surprised here, thinking things like, wait, Mujin, this streamer has like 2,000 followers, 22 average viewers. What damage could she possibly do to this bigger streamer called Nessie? Well, if you've tried to apply to a job recently in this terrible job market, you'd understand very quickly we don't live in a world of meritocracy anymore. It's all about nepotism, which means the people that you know. Take Twitch, for example. One of the
Yeah, it is very hard to get a job if you don't like know someone that works at the company now. It's very unfortunate.
worst platforms in existence. They'll be
Says the streamer. Yeah, guys, come and ask me about the job market. I know all about the job market. You need advice on applying for jobs? I got you. I've never done it before. I'm completely out of touch with the struggles of the people that are struggling to get jobs. Sorry.
For anything. And you could be one of their top 0.1% streamers. You'll probably still have a hard time reaching a real human being there. But did you know that Twitch has something called the Ambassador Program, where they pick out streamers that represent the entire brand and get a special badge and contact with the staff? Yeah, well, not to call anyone.
I feel like, yeah, but what does that like do for you though? Getting a special badge, that's doesn't do anything for you. Having a contact at Twitch is definitely very helpful, especially if you're a smaller streamer, because usually it would be only the biggest streamers that get that kind of thing. Having a contact directly at the company is super, super useful.
But there's literally people out there with one viewer that are a Twitch ambassador. This means that these people have direct access to Twitch staff, while bigger streamers with thousands of viewers potentially don't.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense though, does it? I mean, not to say that small streamers shouldn't be able to have a contact at the company if that's like a feasible thing. But what does that do for Twitch? I have to imagine, I'm questioning what that does for the platform. I mean, for the streamer, it's pretty cool. You know, you get a cool little badge. People think you're, oh, wow, it's a Twitch ambassador. Oh, wow, that's so cool. Get a contact. But what does that actually do for the website? I guess, do they use these people for like promotional stuff? Like if they're advertising TwitchCon, it's like, oh, this person made a promotional ad for TwitchCon or something like that they can put on their socials. I have no idea what this does for the company.
Here is that you don't need a lot of viewership to have a lot of influence that could potentially cause a lot of damage to someone. And that's exactly where PeachXO falls into place here, while also weaponizing a high-ranking contact of hers that works at Embark Studios, the developer behind Arc Raiders. However, ironically, this would all eventually lead to her own total downfall. Arc Raiders matchmaking.
Okay, that is so intense. Total downfall.
The system is very straightforward. You can queue up as a solo player, as a duo with a friend, or as a trio with two friends. The game will always prioritize queuing up solos with other solos, duos with other duos, etc., etc.
I would imagine that's like the only way that you could do it, because usually when you do like duos and so, I guess no, I was thinking like if you do it on Fortnite, there's different game modes in Fortnite for duos and what was it, quads as well. So you can't actually get into a game with just a, oh no, I suppose if you're solo and you go into the quads lobby, you get paired up with random people. But if you're queuing up with 4 people, you'll never be going up against people that are just by themselves, I would imagine.
However, like most multiplayer games, the server for Oceania are absolutely dead. So
yeah, there's like no one there. It's like no one, especially for like English speakers. It kind of sucks for Australia and New Zealand because they get put in the same servers as like a lot of Asian countries, but the language barrier is pretty tough there. But also there's like way less people playing the games over there. I guess maybe like think League, there's a lot of people in those servers. But if you're in an Australian server, it's like Australia is such a small country population-wise. It must be so hard to find games.
If you live in Australia or New Zealand, for example, yeah, it's going to take a long time to find a game. Even worse, if you queue up as a solo, you might encounter a duo.
There's no like easy solution to that either, because if they put you in the America servers or the Europe servers, you're going to lag like crazy.
Simply aren't enough players to be able to match them to people queuing up just like them. The reason why I'm telling you this is because it's integral to what would happen next.
Oh, now I understand why they ended up in the same lobby multiple times, because there's really not that many people in those servers playing. That makes sense now. I was thinking, oh my God, there's so many people playing this game. There's like 100,000 people playing the game. But if in Australia, there's probably, 1,000 people playing the game.
Because around the first week of March, Peach XO would queue a solo game and encounter Nessie, which led to the event that permanently altered both of their lives.
I don't know if you can choose another server. I mean, you probably can choose another server. It's just gonna lag you like crazy. I know, I think on League, once you choose a server, you're locked onto it. But in other games, you can switch.
Watch for yourself.
Okay.
Hello.
Yo. Oh my God, perfect. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, this is really weird, but my friend is completely stuck, and I want someone to knock him so I can res him.
What? That's so funny. That's literally wandering across a random side quest. I'm hey, excuse me, traveler, can you help me? My friend is stuck and he needs help. Can you do it? I'll give you shiny gold pieces if you can.
Hopefully that knocks him out of the spot. He's literally just got completely stuck in this room.
But how is he your friend?
Oh, are you solo? I'm in a duo game. I duo queued with him.
Okay, so that also makes sense. So if you're in a duo game, if you have your teammate, you can't attack them and knock them. So he needs someone else to do it. So he's gone looking for a random traveler to aid him. That's so funny.
So I can't. So yeah, if you're solo, I'm duo. I can't knock him. He's in here under these steps right here.
Why does this feel like a scheme?
Oh, these full traps there.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a defib, so I'll do it. Hey.
Okay, so they're basically like raiders. Oh, they're arc raiders! It makes sense now. They lure someone into a back alley and jump them. Wait, that's actually kind of funny. I mean, at that point, you got. you trusted a person. Clearly, it wasn't the correct decision to make, and you got. GG. Damn, dude, that punch, that was actually kind of a sick death. Am I crazy? That was kind of a sick death. The way that he punched at the end, it was kind of like a movie scene. The punch comes down, and then immediately as soon as it lands, boom, it cuts to black. That's kind of like a, don't worry, your head'll be okay. Boom, and then they get knocked out. Yeah, honestly, as soon as the barricade started going up there, then, you're like, okay, something is awry here. Damn, no response.
All right, so look, classic trap in games like this. If you've played any survival games like DayZ...
I mean, I feel like this happens all the time. Please, traveler, I need your help. And then they pull out the little shiv and they're like, you'll taste delicious tonight for dinner.
Or anything that involves other players, yeah, you've probably been through this. It's not pleasant, okay? It's not a good time, but that's just the nature of these games. That's what you're signing up for. He told her his friend needed help, he trapped her in a room, and then killed her. She wasn't the first player he did this to, and she wasn't going to be the last. I even think many of you watching would have raged at this, right? It's stupid, but you would have moved on afterwards. After raging a little bit, you would have just queued up the next game and started over. But of course, that's not what the streamer here, Peach XO, would do. She'd actually decide to take this out of the game by leaving an inappropriate comment on the Steam profile of one of those two players.
What? Come on. That's just how I feel. That's just how the game's played. I mean, that's kind of the point. The game is built around the ability to do stuff like that.
What a fucking loser.
Okay, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You just got go. It's okay. Just roll, get into the next game. Did you lose a cool gun? It's not that big of a deal.
Fucking loser. Wow. I can smell the stank from here. Loser. TY for the free content. Suck a fat one.
Okay, well, it's not really much content because you didn't say anything. You just kind of died and then got really angry about it. Why would you report them? He's not done anything wrong. That's how you support. Am I crazy? I haven't played Arc Raiders, but I feel like this is one of the ways that you're supposed to play. This is a developer intended thing to do.
Next, after leaving a comment on the Steam profile of one of the two players, she decides to report Nessie in game. And out of all the different things she could have picked, for some reason, she decides to go with scamming. Like,
I've been scammed. I was promised aid, and instead I got a bullet in the back of the head. Yeah, I don't, maybe she just doesn't like extraction shooters. That's maybe a different game would be more enjoyable. I mean, I don't like extraction shooters, but the fact that it has proximity chat and you can kind of just like roll into encounters like that, that's fun. That's interesting.
he scammed her. So I don't even know what scamming would entail in a game like this.
Liar. Got me killed.
Okay, I mean, okay, that's the kind of thing that you do when you pretend to report someone. That's the kind of thing streamers do, is they'll pull up like the report and they'll be like, I hate this guy, he's a prick. And then they'll not actually submit the report. I feel like this is just going to waste the time of whoever has to look at it. I don't know if people actually look at the reports in these games, but it's just going to be a bit of a time waster. That doesn't feel like a super serious thing. That feels like a bit sarcastic, though. I don't think that was a very serious report. You shouldn't have actually submitted it, though.
People like that make me hate the fucking game.
An hour
I feel like that's how the game is played.
after she had reported him in game, Nessie would understand that he had just killed a streamer. And look, he has common sense. He understood that killing someone like this wasn't the most fun way to play this game. So he made it a point to go to her chat and say, hey, GG from before.
GG. Dude, that's gonna tilt someone like crazy. If you just lie to someone straight up like that, and you're like, wow, good game. That's so tilting.
This would be her reaction, and this would be their brief discussion.
Hello, GG, but from before. Hi, Nessie. Were you the person like in we're looking for processes?
No.
No, you're one with the stock friend. Ah, so you're the asshole from before. Right. Now, did you like the comment I left on the profile? So you're the asshole. You'll be quiet now? You want to be quiet now? Are we just, where we're going with that?
What did I do to be called an asshole sad face?
Everything you did.
You lied to me.
Everything you did required you being an asshole.
So look, so far, I mean, he's been nothing but
It's just like, it's not that big of a deal.
nice, right? She's trying to understand, like, hey, why
Like, Nessie's not exactly being like nice, but it's not that big of a deal.
am I an asshole? Like, I'm just saying GG, right? Like, it is what it is. That's just the game. So then she makes it a point.
Yeah, I feel like tilting off the face of the earth from that is just like, it's a bit of an overreaction. Peach it's a complete overreaction to be like, because that's just part of the game.
To focus on his Twitch profile, seeing when he last streamed, and for some reason, commenting on his partner verified badge.
When was the last time you even streamed, bro? Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Okay, this feels totally unnecessary. Yes, it's just a game. Chill. This is completely unnecessary. When's the last time you streamed? It was that matter. That has no effect on it whatsoever.
It's just a game chill. Oh, I'm chill. I'm allowed to call you an asshole because what you did was asshole behavior. I don't give a f that you've got a partner badge.
Bro,
Was it really that bad? She said, hey, can you come help my friend? They literally did like the NPC thing that happens in like Fallout. Happens in like Fallout New Vegas when you get to Freeside and there's a guy that's like, hey, help over here, help me. And then he walks next to a bin and then there's two guys behind you and they're like, we're gonna steal your shirt, ooh. And then they attack you. He literally did the Fallout New Vegas, we're gonna steal your shirt.
no one said anything about a partner badge. No one even like... It's automatically equipped if you're partnered on Twitch. I know this myself since I have that badge too. But for some reason, she's very triggered by it.
I've been over 30 days. You play some interesting games. Trying to log in with uni. I wonder if you're like being a shitlord over there too. I wonder if like
This is such an overreaction.
you know people are safe being around you.
Like, yeah, going into the stream and be like, hey, GG from before, when you just like lie to them and shoot them in the back of the head, that's toxic.
So she asked why.
But at that point, you'd be like, hey, man, that sucked. Didn't enjoy it. Have a good day.
Guy hasn't streamed in a while, right? Even though he has no obligation to answer that, he'd say, I'm trying to lock in for uni. And the first thing she says afterwards, right? She could have just ended it here and been like, you know what, dude? I don't agree with how you play the game, but whatever.
Yeah, and the fact that there's still like, the fact that there's 20 minutes left in this video, and it's not just like, okay, that's the end of the story. They had an interaction, didn't go well. That's the end of the story. See you guys next time.
what it is. See you later. No, she makes a comment about how I hope people are safe around you. I hope you're not harassing or even being weird around people in your uni. Like, dude, where did this come from? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. Your vibes give off. Good luck with that. Yeah. Good luck Goodbye. Goodbye. I don't care if you have a partner badge. I don't care if you have a partner badge.
I don't think he mentioned the partner badge. I mean, yeah, I don't think any Twitch badge matters for anything. He didn't come in. He wasn't like, hey, GG from before. By the way, look at my sick badge. Isn't my sick badge so cool and amazing and incredible? It's really cool. And it's a partner badge, by the way. Don't know if you knew that.
I just, with his friend, his so-called stuck friend, you solo queued with your friend into a game and lured me in to kill me. And
No, they were duoed. I mean, it doesn't really matter. there's
like
whatever.
Like barricade up. That is the like shittiest. Going to uni. Oh, I'm a lawyer. Oh wait, no, my family member's actually a lawyer, not me. Sorry.
All right, so he gets
Why is she so pissed about this?
accused of being a weirdo around people IRL in college, and then she remembers that he has a partner badge, which triggers her so much that she
I don't know, this feels like the kind of reaction that you give when like you're really, really mad at something else that's happened in your life and you just need like something to take it out on. Like you're in a really bad mood. You stubbed your toe before you started streaming. You tripped and kind of like, you kind of like hit your hip on the side of a table and now it really hurts. And there's a bruise there. And you're just in a really bad mood. And then something happens, it just sets you
banned
off.
him from her chat. I mean, the messages were nothing but nice. You know, she could have just ended it right here and then by just being friendly, bantering a little bit. I mean, they're Australian, dude. Banter's in their blood, and just ending it there. So seeing how unreasonable she was becoming, Nessie's friend, the guy who was pretending that he was downed, would come into the chat to also say something.
Okay, I'm sure this will clear everything up. I'm sure this will improve the situation.
He'd say, I just got lured into a room by a guy that wanted me to help him free his friend. He trapped me and killed me. I just got this game 2 hours ago. Is it always like this? As you can imagine, he also got instantly banned.
Wait a minute, that sounds like my situation.
As well.
I want you to tell your little boyfriend, thank you for the engagement. I appreciate it. Yeah.
I mean, it was probably the most entertaining thing that's happened.
You can also send all the screenshots from chat as like evidence.
The reason why this is significant
Is evidence for what? This stuff just happens on stream sometimes. Like you wouldn't believe the amount of times someone's come into like my chat and just been like spamming slurs or just saying like the worst shit imaginable, just like insulting me for no reason. That just happens. It's not good. And it shouldn't happen, but it's just something that happens.
is because one of her mods would decide to say, all right, I'm going to go report this kid for harassment.
The kid that posted one message? I don't know if
LMAO.
And also, it wasn't even that bad of a message. It was like, hey, I just got this game 2 hours ago. Here's the thing that happened to you. Isn't that terrible? And that's it. Like, he didn't insult you. He didn't say anything about the person at all.
And mind you, when the mod says this kid, he's referring to Nessie, right? They don't care about his friend. They care about...
Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, okay. So wait, they're going to report Nessie for harassment. I don't think... What does his message say? His message said, hey, GG, why am I getting called an asshole? I'm locking in at uni. I'm sure that whoever reviews the report on that is going to be like, I have no idea what's going on.
Nessie...
Is this code for something else? Is uni the code for the person's house?
He's the one with the partner badge. Even though everything he said has been nothing but courteous. She's saying, oh, let's get all the screenshots and report him. Report him for what?
Screenshots of what? Chat, the next person to say what they had for dinner, I'm gonna take a screenshot of it and I'm gonna report you, just so you're aware. The next person that says, I don't care if it's pizza, spaghetti, rice and beans, I don't care what it is, reported.
What? He just came in the chat and said GG. Like, what? But here's the thing. Regardless of how weird their entire interaction has been so far, things could have genuinely ended right then and there. For 99.99% of people on the internet, they would have never known this even happened. Unfortunately, though, seeing how dead...
Can you please stop your reaction and say hi to me? I'm here. Oh, yo. Wait, it's Rich! Oh my God, it's Rich! Let's go! Rich! I miss you, my friend. I saw a really funny clip, chat. I saw a really funny clip that had Rich in on Instagram. I feel like I need to show it. Turns out I can't show you the Rich clip because it's only on Instagram and I can't pull up Instagram right now. But I can reenact it. Okay, so basically this is it. Okay, so imagine a golf course. Okay. And you see Rich is in the center. And now imagine this is Rich. I'm Rich, and this is Rich's golf club, okay? he basically what happens, he's about to take a swing, and he revs it up. I'm gonna take off my things for this. He revs up the swing, and as he takes the swing, he stumbles and stumbles and stumbles. What does +2 mean? You guys like that? That's actually what happened.
The Australian servers truly are. 2 days after this incident, they would end up getting into the same game again. This is when things would truly escalate to ridiculous levels. So what happened here is that Nessie would come across Peach, right? And they would work together for a few minutes. What's interesting though is that Peach doesn't recognize him at all, right? She doesn't recognize anything about him. She thinks he's a random player that she encountered for the first time. Nessie, on the other hand, seeing that he's an absolute troll when he plays games like this, was planning to kill her anyway, regardless of whether he knew who she was or not. He'd eventually take out his pickaxe and start swinging, and by the time she dies, he'd realize something.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She was not happy the first time this happened. You doing it again?
Hit it with a pickaxe.
Yeah, do it, do it, do it.
Holy, wait, you can just like Spider-Man it up there? That's kind of sick.
I thought we were friends.
I'm sorry, the pickaxe has like such little weight to it. It's like a boop. It's like a little tap on the head. I mean, you gotta kill him. You gotta go for it. It just went boop. Oh, he's on fire now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Bro, I was being so nice to you.
I think I ran into you the other day.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. You shouldn't have said that, mate.
Oh, you're the little c from the other night.
Yeah, I thought I recognized your voice.
Yeah, you're the one that was trying to flex his partner badge on Twitch.
He just wasn't doing that. He just has it on. That's all.
It auto-equips. It auto-equips.
I don't care. You can turn it off, bro. It literally is an option when you're in Twitch.
Why would you turn it off though? Like, I don't understand this. Why would you turn it off? It's just something that you have. It's like, hey, I'm a partner. It's not like it's a big flex to be a partner on Twitch.
But also, you've been reported for harassment on multiple levels by multiple people and towards Sea of Thieves too. People know exactly who you are and what piece of shit you are for harassment for what you did. It's all recorded. It's all done. I don't care who the f you think you are, but you're done.
You're done. You're done? It's over. It's over. You're done. Your life, it's ended.
Wait, what did I do?
He knows exactly what he did.
So here, she ended up surrendering, right? So instead of continuing the conversation, she just killed her character. But what's really interesting to note here is that before killing her for a second time, she had already implored her community to report him not just on Arc Raiders, but they stalked his Twitch, saw what his primary game was, and reported him in Sea of Thieves as well for harassment.
What? Why? Why?
I mean, look, I think we're all not crazy. We saw what happened the first time, right?
Wait, literally just after the first encounter? Before the second one?
This was directed towards her. He was doing this to other players as well. She just so happened to come across him the first time, and he was...
the only person that's getting harassed right now would be Nessie. If that's true. If she's been like, hey, go report him on other games too. Like, that's more toward actual harassment than anything he's done.
Courteous in her chat as well. What's really funny here is that there's also a comeback to the whole partner badge discourse, right? Oh, you came into my chat to flex it. Like, what?
She was really thinking about that partner badge a lot. Like, she was really annoyed that he had one. I guess that she doesn't have one.
Again,
it's not a big deal to have a partner badge on Twitch.
It auto-equips. So by now, this went from somewhat of a misunderstanding to, oh no, I'm trying to just destroy your career. I'm trying to get your main account banned.
And this was before this encounter as well. That was just after the first encounter.
My community, not just from Arc Raiders, but from Sea of Thieves to your main game that you make content on. Shit was getting real.
This fucking cunt. This little piece of shit. Q sniped with his friend so they could go into a lobby and play together in solos and pulled me into a room acting like he found this person like glitched in the game.
Wait, so I would imagine, in Arc Raiders, can you have a duo in a solo game? Because if you can, then what is she talking about? They just queued together.
Blocked me in there and killed me. And then tried to come into the stream about an hour later, acting all tough and mighty, and I called him an asshole. And he was trying to flex that he's a Twitch partner.
He just wasn't. Why is she locked in on this badge? It's like me existing, and she's like, why are you flexing that you're ginger? I'm like, what do you mean? My hair just auto-equips. And she says, you know you can shave it, right? Why are you flexing?
Tough and mighty. The guy came in and said, hey, good game. And again, with the flexing of the partner badge. Dude, I feel like this is her main issue right here. Who gives a shit about a partner
Yeah, they're just like ending up in the same lobbies because there's not that many people playing the game.
badge?
And I'm like, you know what? You're actually an asshole. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you think you are. And then because I called him out on his bullshit, he proceeded to then have his little boyfriends come and like hate watch me and like say these certain messages in stream. I'm like, bro.
Again, boy
Certain messages was one message, and it was just like a little bit of a joke.
friends. He only had one boyfriend.
Like, the messages are definitely like poking the bear, like trapping someone in a room and killing them and then being like, hey, GG. It's like, you're kind of like asking for a reaction there, but the reaction that he got was way, way more than anything that was even remotely deserved. She's completely lost her mind.
And
I
it
don't
was his
understand
friend.
why.
And yeah, sure, you can argue what he said was sarcastic and kind of annoying, but I mean, dude, she left a Steam comment on his profile telling him to suck a fat one. I'm pretty sure the Steam comment that she left was actually on his friend's profile, and then she reported Nessie in-game. So his friend was absolutely warranted in posting a sarcastic message like that.
I don't give a fuck who this like. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay, we hit him with the anyway, so that should be the end of this now.
I wish I killed him, but I was so like, what the hell? Like this guy like being fake nice. But no, he's not a guy. He's a piece of shit. Is what he is. He's been reported by multiple people that he's a piece of shit. Yeah. Well, you were here for this, counted? Like it was all like it's all been screenshot, recorded, and reported to the proper channels.
The proper channel. The proper channels.
I was like, I'm not having it. Yeah, not on my watch.
That sounded auto-tuned. Am I crazy? That sounded a bit auto-tuned there. Not on my watch. Wait, can I do auto-tune on mine? Not on wait. Not on my. Oh, damn. Yeah, no. That's crazy. I just realized I could do that.
Like, I'm not an idiot. I know exactly what you're doing, my guy. Absolute cock stain. Sorry, that's offensive to cocks. Sorry, he's the smeg that lives in cocks.
So there you have it.
Lives in? Not on, in.
Another confirmation from her that she and other members of her community had mass reported him. And of course, she would spend many minutes after the incident calling him names, insulting him, etc. But of course, that's not where things ended. 2 hours after this incident, Nessie would be in another Arc Raider streamer's chat, as he always was.
He's harassed me before our games and then again tonight. It's not really harassment. Honestly, you should have just killed him.
What he didn't know, though, was that this streamer had recently played with Peach. They had collabed. Peach also happened to be in that streamer's chat, and when she saw Nessie, she would at him and say, also be careful of Nessie. He's harassed me before our games, and then again tonight in-game.
He does a little trolling.
This would, of course, make the chat turn against him. How dare you harass her like this? Was someone saying, fuck you, fat dog Nessie?
Fat dog? What's wrong with a fat dog?
Ban that guy. You're a dog. Cut. That's very Australian. God, I'm gonna have to censor so much shit in this video. But that was Nessie's new reality. All because he was unlucky enough to run into her while he was playing the game like he always did. So look, so far, the only thing Nessie had done was kill her twice in a video game. Both of these instances were not targeted in any way. He just ran into her randomly. That's just the reality of how small the servers in Australia are. It is what it is. What he's gotten for this so far, though, has been a Steam profile comment that's inappropriate, a streamer in her community mass reporting him in both Arc Raiders and his main game, Sea of Thieves, and Peach going around the Arc Raider streamer community and telling them to avoid Nessie because he is a harasser, making him out to be some sort of creep. Now again, things to an extent could have still ended there, okay? They could have somehow moved.
Yeah, if someone came into my chat and was like, hey, beware of this guy, they've harassed me, I'd be like, oh my God, that sounds really serious. Like they must have been doing some really terrible stuff to you. And then if the reveal is, oh, the harassment was they killed me in a game 2 times. It's not really harassment, is it?
Dawn forgot about it, whatever. We reported him. Maybe it didn't work. She can just continue living her life. But that's not what happened. You might have actually noticed this by the balloons that are behind Peach, but she had actually turned 31 around the time this happened. This made her friend that works at Embark Studios, the creators of Arc Raiders, to come into her chat and say happy birthday. This person, of course, wouldn't just be anyone. It would be the community lead at Embark Studios, so someone who has a hand in anything involving the community. And here's how Peach would use this to her advantage to escalate this to ridiculous levels. Watch.
How are you? I'm gonna try my very best not to ask you an Embark question. I'm gonna do my research and I'll find an email address.
What? I'm gonna do my research and find an email address. What? So you can. Is this like right after she got killed again? Or is this a long time after she got killed again? And she's just still thinking about it?
I have been so excited. I wouldn't say faggot for the expedition.
Dude, I thought she just said a slur. I'm not gonna lie. I swear, I was like, what? Oh my God. Beware of Shady Penguin. He's a shady dude. I'll keep an eye out. Thank you, Second Gen Master.
I'm being harassed by someone who,
You're not being harassed. It's not like it's not like an ongoing thing. It was a couple of interactions.
plays this game, is a streamer, and yeah, it's a whole thing. And I was gonna ask if there's like an email address to 25%. Oh my God. If there's an email on the website to contact about it, because I've got evidence and stuff.
I've got evidence, which is like a couple of like at best mildly annoying messages sent in my chat.
Okay.
And you got killed 2 times. Honestly, with how small these servers are, you've probably been killed 2 times by multiple people without knowing who they are.
Ken, thank you. I did not want to, like, I thought I was gonna have a look on the website, but that helped immensely. Thank you.
If this is like a later date, then it's even more embarrassing. Beware of Game Boy Luke. He's a Lukey guy.
Beware of Gamer Boy Luke.
Gamer?
He's a Lukey dude.
Gamer Boy Luke. I've never heard of this guy. I'll keep an eye out. Thank you.
But how are you feeling with the expedition?
So this is how she framed it to the community lead at Embark. I'm being harassed repeatedly by one player who's making my life hell. Is there anything I can do in terms of like sending it to an official email? What's up? To which the community lead would say, yes, send me a DM on Twitch. She had direct access to the community lead. And seeing that the community lead, unfortunately, probably doesn't watch my channel, she didn't learn the very important lesson that is, there are 2 sides to every story. Conducting a ban based on one person's perspective is a recipe for disaster, but that's exactly what ended up happening. Nessie, who had been playing this game almost every day, creating content for it, would be...
Yeah, oh man, that sucks. Even if that person is your friend, I mean, you can't just take everything at face value. Especially if you're like representing a company. If you're like the person that has the power over who can play the game, like you gotta make sure that if you're banning someone for like harassment, that it's a valid ban. I really can't see why you ban Nessie for what we've seen in this video so far.
Temporarily suspended for 30 days immediately afterwards for behavior that violates Embark's code of conduct, without going into too many specifics. But
wait, you're the developer. You made the game like that. What are you talking about? Well, I mean, that person specifically isn't the person that made the game like that. Obviously, the developer team is a really big team. But that's the intended play of the game is, yes, sometimes someone will seem nice and they'll betray you. In fact, I feel like that happens more times than not. And that people aren't going to be very nice to you because they want to get something from you.
He already knew what's up. He saw the VOD of her talking to the community lead. Because of this, he would end up
that's got to be a common thing that happens in these games.
Creating a video that's unlisted called Message to Embark and sent it in his appeal. He would point out how most, if not all of the VODs that involved him and Peach had been deleted from Peach's channel. He would then proceed to go through everything we went through. In fact, all the clips I showed you were from his video.
Why would she delete them though?
Showing everything, their first interaction, their chat messages, the second interaction, how she tried to destroy his reputation in another streamer's chat, etc. By the end of it, he had compiled everything into a board on Microsoft Paint. On one side was him, and the worst thing he could think of where he was harassing her was just sending his friend to type his message saying, I just got lured into a room by a guy that wanted me to help free his friend.
So in the him column, it's his friend said something. I mean, you could probably put like the, hey, GG, because it's like a little bit poking the bear, but like it's not really that big of a deal either. And then, yeah, there's way more stuff on
trapped me and killed me. On Peach's side, though, we can see the Steam comment, we can see verbal abuse, we can see mass report / witch hunt, we can see chat rallied against me with many mean messages, so aka ruining his reputation in other streamers' chat. So obviously it didn't make sense to ban him without banning her too. If he was going to be made into a villain, then she deserves to get some flack as well. He sent everything in the support ticket, but he didn't get a reply for 5 days. So instead he got desperate and reached out to the community lead directly through Twitch DMs. This is where he would say, hey Austin, I'm really sorry for reaching out this way. I believe you might recognize my name from an email you received from PeachXO. When reviewing her VODs for reasons that could have led to my ARC ban, I saw you in chat and assumed that the direct correspondence between you and Peach could have been what led to my ban. I feel horrible throwing accusations around, but there is no doubt in my mind that whatever email you received contained either outright lies or gross exaggerations. I have sent everything in my support ticket, but have received no reply in 5 whole days, and it feels very unfair to be waiting when in the instance of my interactions with Peach, it was myself who was actually harassed. He would then send the YouTube video I just showed you and then say, this link contains a full timeline of all our interactions and shows how I was treated.
Yeah, I mean, when you read that, like, I feel like you read that and you're like, okay, this person genuinely like means well. Like, he even said, I feel horrible throwing accusations around, but there's no doubt that whatever email you got had outright lies or gross exaggerations, which is probably true.
This is when the community lead would reply with, hi there. I see this as an uncomfortable situation. I'd be happy to undo the ban, but I would need your assurance that any future interactions with Peach would cease. I'm happy to have the same conversation with her. Nessie would reply with, yes, please. All I want is this to go away. Please understand, however, that Oceania is small, and I have no idea if I run into her in-game unless one of us kills the other, and names show. I really want nothing to do with her, and
can you not, like, maybe in the game you should be able to, like, block someone so that you don't end up in the same queue? Like, I know in Marvel Rivals and Overwatch you can like avoid certain players so that you don't end up in the same games as them. If Arc doesn't have a thing like that, it should.
If I see her in game and somehow know it's her, I'll leave the game or run away. Whatever you want.
Okay, that's you shouldn't have to do that though. Like you're really just playing the game the way it was intended to play, like one of the styles that was intended to be played like. This feels really bad because I can see this reads like someone who's like panicking, and I feel bad because you really shouldn't have to type like this and be all apologetic when he didn't really do that many annoying things.
So look,
apart from like, you know, the little scheme at the beginning.
It's important to acknowledge that the community lead was in an uncomfortable situation here, right? Having to deal with the ban of someone that her friend was claiming was harassing her. At the same time though, as a community lead, you have to let go of your attachment to people and see things objectively. It's cool that she actually replied to Nessie and bothered talking to him, which eventually led to him getting unbanned early. However, saying things like, I want your assurance that any future interactions with Peach would cease is definitely interesting.
Yeah, it's weird to say that if the game that, you know, you're representing doesn't have that function available. Like, hey, I'd love to say that we're not going to end up in the same game again, but like, I can't say that. You're the developer. You're the one that's supposed to add that capability.
The guy had killed her twice.
You don't understand, he had a partner badge. True, he did have a partner badge, which is, as we know, the sign of an evil, evil person.
That's it. There was no proof he was targeting her. There was no proof he wanted to kill her in particular. He was just playing the game and ran across her. That is it. But still, he was willing to be cooperative if he knew that it was.
I think this person should be fired. I think that's an over-exaggeration. I don't think this person should be fired. I don't think you should like jump to the ultimate conclusion in any like situation. Like you make a mistake at your job, it's not like you should immediately be fired. There's people that make mistakes all the time and they get like promoted for it. But no, I mean like maybe have a sit down and be like, hey, I know you're friends with this person, but you can't play favorites. You really can't be doing that.
Her. By this point, Nessie was unbanned. Great. But the threat of PeachXO and her community was still there. They were still tarnishing his reputation, and they were still trying to mass report him from games that he played. I mean, it had worked. She had banned him for 30 days. If she found out he got unbanned, God knows what she would have done. So he decided to take the explanation video he had made to the Arc Raiders team and publish it on his YouTube channel, titling it, Streamer Mass Reports Me After Being Trolled in Arc Raiders. It will be uploaded on March 6th, 2026, and it would get over 10,000 views. This was him pretty much defending himself and trying to repair whatever reputation he still had left in the
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's fair that if someone is going to go after you and even like send their viewers to report you in other games, then it's totally valid to be able to defend yourself in that situation.
Our creators community after the damage that Peach XO had done. In theory, it's a pretty good idea. The problem though was that he was dealing with Peach XO, and she was about to escalate this to unforgivable levels. Because shortly after the video would be uploaded, it would get copyright.
Can we copy strike this guy? Can we copy strike him? Who said that? Who was like, can we copy strike PewDiePie? We need to copy strike this guy.
Claimed. Nessie would receive an email saying, we received a copyright removal request for your video based on applicable copyright law.
Dude, I don't even know how to do this. I see this happen all the time. I'm like, how do you even figure out how to do a copyright claim on someone like that? I guess it must have happened because he used clips of her stream and she would have been like, hey, this is my stream. You gotta take it down.
Law, we've removed your video from YouTube. Content used, this is from a...
That's insane though, to get a copyright strike for using a stream clip. That's ridiculous. It's not like it's a song. It's not a market replacement for a song or a movie. He didn't upload like an anime episode.
Stream VOD from Peach's channel. Content found in entire video. Removal request issued by Peach XO. Contact info is the same email you find on Peach XO's social media. This was her. Now look, a copyright removal is a very big deal, okay? It gives you a copyright strike. You get a few of those, your channel gets deleted. It's not like something you just do because you feel like doing. This is like you...
I feel like you shouldn't be able to issue a copyright strike for anything that is available on the internet without having to like pay. Oh, no, that's not true because then you could re-upload music. Okay, sorry. What I meant was you shouldn't be able to do copyright strikes for things that aren't market replacements for what the original thing is. Like if you upload someone else's song, then you should be able to copyright strike that because it's something that you've created from scratch and it functions as a way to listen to the music that isn't through your way of doing it, right? But if you upload stream clips, that's not like a replacement for your stream. It's not, you could still go and watch the person's stream and you'd still, people would still want to do that. I don't know, this is dumb.
Genuinely messing with the law. Now the good news is that you can counterclaim. And unless the other person actually hired a lawyer, they can't, counter again. In order for them to counter again, they have to actually take you to court. The problem though is by the time you counter,
I feel like some people are just crazy enough to do that though. Like even if they're definitely in the wrong, they'd still do it. And that's still like costly to the person that's in the right. Like big companies will just sue people into oblivion to, even if the company is in the wrong, they'll just sue them because they know that the person doesn't have like the money to fight a legal battle.
People who actually do copyright strikes have already won. They don't actually care about the video being taken down. They care about getting your personal information because that's the only way you can counterclaim. And it's been a problem on YouTube for years. This has been a tactic employed against content creators by malicious actors who...
Oh yeah, this sucks. I don't know why they haven't changed this. In order to do a copyright strike, you don't have to give your information to the person you're striking, but in order to counterclaim, you need to give your full name, address, and phone number. What is all that about? Literally, what is all that about? That just encourages people to do like false copyright strikes because you lose far less.
Seek to harm them by getting their personal info. And unfortunately, that's what Nessie had to do to counterclaim this video. He had to put in his full legal name, his street address, his phone, his city, his email, his postcode, and his country. Peach only had to supply her email address. He had to give everything. And yeah, you guessed it, the person who copyright claims a video, when they receive the counterclaim, they can see all of this. Nessie would tweet about this and say, how cool that the...
I think the reason for this is you're supposed to give your information so that you can do like legal proceedings or something like that, just in case you want to like go to court and stuff like that. But that's insane. That's actually insane. I can't imagine that just a random guy that decides to copyright strike a video without any valid reason for it. And you're like, oh no, this is terrible. I don't want this to be on my account. I need to counter this. You have to give your full address for it? Your full name, your phone number?
Person who got their chat to mass report me everywhere for killing them in Arc Raiders now has access to all this information. But now you think, come on, dude, listen, okay, yeah, she's been very unreasonable. She's been very weird throughout the whole thing. She's not actually going to do anything with this, right? Like, come on. You'd really have to be crazy, right? Well, it turns out that Peach truly is that crazy. Because shortly after Nessie's appeal to the copyright strike, Peach would tweet this out on her account, saying,
"Brother, what is going on?"
Filing a police report on the partner Twitch streamer who keeps harassing...
A police report? Dude, I can't imagine being the police officer that gets this report and they start to read through it and they're just like, I would lose faith in humanity at that point. I'd be like, what is the point? What are we doing here, guys? What are we actually doing here? Someone killed me in a game. Please go. Please arrest this man.
Stream sniping me and causing people to send death threats to me. I yelled at him in a game. He stream sniped me and I told him via proximity chat that I've reported him and people who witnessed his shitty behavior in game have reported him too. They told me. He thinks I mass reported him. Thanks for thinking I'm big enough to mass report though. He made a hate video about me, so naturally I reported it.
He made a hate video about me. Wasn't it just the video that he sent to the Operator Studios to be like, hey, I think this ban isn't valid? Wasn't that just the same video? I feel like it's not really a hate video.
To the e-safety commissioner, and he still won't stop, so now I'm reporting it to the police.
And he still won't stop? What does that mean, still won't stop? Wait, is the still won't stop here him doing a counterclaim because you have a fraudulent copyright strike on his channel? Is that the harassment? There's no way.
Police. I also copyright strike the video to YouTube as are a nightmare to talk to about harassment / bullying / death threats. She would then end this by saying, how I love being a woman on the internet.
Okay, I mean, listen, being a woman on the internet does suck. There's a lot of people that are just like the worst people in the world. We'll just say the worst shit. This has nothing to do with that. I have no idea what you're talking about. What part of any of this was related to anyone's gender? It's nothing. There's no correlation. Hold on, where's the no correlation chart? Yes, as we can see the correlation right here, right there. Yeah. I see exactly what you're talking about now, Peach. This chart explains it completely.
Yeah, so look, just in case you've watched this video so far and you don't have any common sense, don't worry, I got you. All of this, from start to finish.
Wait, what did that say? Has anyone ever thought that Musion might be a pipeline to incel communities on YouTube, VTubers in particular? He used to be a bit more balanced when covering topics, but it seems like recently he's been slamming women harder than men in his videos. After the fake gamer girl from Thailand and the Kingsman drama a few weeks ago, I realized that it's bread and butter is to dunk on female gamers and streamers in order to get better traffic. I mean, I haven't watched every Mugen video, but I haven't felt that way in his content. I don't know. I mean, I've watched like a few of them. You can even see like I'll like click on one and then click off them. I don't know how true that is. I haven't felt that way when watching his videos, but again, I haven't seen them, most of them anyway.
This video so
Why is this on Socialist Gaming? What does that even mean?
far and you don't have any common sense, don't worry, I got you. All of this, from start to finish, did not happen because Peach was a woman. Peach could have been an alien from Mars. She could have been like one of those fictional aliens from Star Wars, whatever you want, dude. She could have not even been from Earth. This is about her behavior. And the fact that she's making it about her gender is an injustice to anyone who's actually had to get harassed and stalked and all these things on the internet. These are real cases that deserve attention. And this case right here doesn't deserve to take any attention away from people actually struggling and suffering. I can't believe she said this with a straight face. At the same time, though, when it came to Nessie, he was back to square one. The video of his that he made to defend himself was taken down, and now he had to live with the idea, going to bed every day thinking, are the police gonna knock at my door? Things were getting very serious very quickly. He understood that he...
Could you imagine getting a visit from the police because you killed someone in a game?
Couldn't do this by himself anymore. He needed help. So he reached out to a friend of his that also happens to be a Sea of Thieves content creator and asked him to help. And so he did. He went by the name The Bee. And on his channel, they would both upload a video titled...
Holy, all right. This is, wow. Okay, at this point, this is when it leaves the small community drama. This is when it gets huge. I mean, this video in particular has 1.7 million views. Just going down this road just made it so much worse for her because it went from just her stream knowing about it, which was like what they said her average viewership was like 22 people, to like his video, they got 11,000 views, to this video, they got 500,000 views, to this video that got 1.7 million views. And now the vast majority of people that have ever seen Peach all think that she's like a bit of a twat now. Actually, no, you know what? More than a bit of a twat, a massive twat for not only copyright striking the video, but filing a police report as well. Like this is ridiculous.
Streamer wants my friend arrested for killing her in a video game. And within just 2 weeks, it would amass over 500,000 views. It would go over a lot of
This is such like a cell phone because if there was any... This is all anything... This is all anyone will ever know you for now. Like the potential of growing as a streamer and a content creator after this happens is basically zero because you've turned like into a lolcow. You've turned yourself into a lolcow that only gets made fun of by the vast majority of people that know who they are.
Clips that were already featured in Nessie's video.
They say like like even bad promotion is like good promotion, or even like bad engagement is good engagement. It's not. It's really not. Like, this is terrible. This is like you can't be a streamer now. Like, if she wants to be a streamer, she's gonna have to like become a VTuber and just not be on camera at all.
And near the end of the video,
publicity. It's just not. It's not true. All publicity being good publicity is not true.
They would update everyone and telling them that yes, Peach claimed to have reported him to the police because she doxed his information through a YouTube copyright strike. How disgusting can you get as a person? At this point, it was over. Nessie's video didn't really get that much attention, but this one did. The Arc Raiders community was well aware of what Peach had done now, and it had even reached people who don't even play the game. Because you were that bothered that the person who killed you had a partner badge? Come on, man. So as you might imagine, after the Bee's video came out and everyone was well aware of her actions, she would proceed to private her Twitter account. No apology, no accountability, just running away and pretending like nothing happened. She of course has not streamed since then either. This all could have been avoided multiple times throughout this entire timeline. She could have stopped at any given moment.
It's such a cell phone. It sucks. Logan Paul thrives in bad publicity is good publicity. But the difference with Logan Paul and Peach is, well, I mean, there's many differences, but the main difference there on that like particular subject is that Logan Paul grew his channel and he had a massive community. He had a ton of subscribers before people started to hate on him. If your first introduction to someone is this person is an unlikable prick, then it's over. Like, it's just over.
And moved on. But no, we had to report him to the police. When it came to Nessie though, he had finally gotten his video back up on March 26th, 2026, so almost 20 days after uploading it. The memes that have come out from this have also been pretty funny, of course. But in the end, I think what really blows my mind here is that this was all done by a streamer with 2,000 followers, right? Someone who doesn't really have that much of a mass influence on people. One has to ask themselves, what would Peach have done in this situation if she had 10 or 100 times the followers and the viewership? Honestly,
I feel like it would have been the same result. Like, eventually people would pick up on it and people would just everyone would collectively decide whether or not you're in the right or the wrong, and then you'd get like slayed for it. Like, I couldn't do something like this. If I tried to file a police report on someone that killed me in a video game, can you imagine I lose a game of Pokemon Champions and I'd like dox the guy? I wouldn't get away with that either.
see, it's scary.
And good, I shouldn't. You shouldn't be able to do things. No one should be able to do stuff like
to
that.
even ask this question, but we've seen it multiple times, especially on my channel. Some people let the influence get to their heads, their egos become inflated beyond belief, and they end up hurting people in the process. Guys, don't play extraction shooters if you don't expect to get killed by another player, and if you do, please don't dox them and involve the police. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I really appreciate it. And if you want to see
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. It's a shame because you not only have you ended your own career, you've given someone else so much anxiety, so much anxiety. It sucks. I shouldn't say career. I guess you've ended your streaming aspirations, and also put someone through. I can't believe how much anxiety. I would be so scared if I thought the police were gonna rock up to my house.